Word Study 1. Bible Corinthians abandoned, 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 abnormally, 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 absent, 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 abundantly, 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 accept, 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 acceptable, 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 accepted, 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 accompanied, 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 accompanies, 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 accompany, 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 according, 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 accustomed, 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 acknowledge, 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 actually, 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 addition, 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 address, 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 administer, 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 admit, 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 advantage, 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 advisable, 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 affection, 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 agreement, 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 aimlessly, 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 all surpassing, all surpassing, all surpassing, altar, 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 ambassadors, 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 ambition, 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 amounts, 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 ancestors, 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 anointed, 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 apostles, 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 apostleship, 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 appeal, 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 applied, 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 appointed, 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 approval, 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 approve, 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 approved, 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 arguments, 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 aroma, aroma, aroma. Word Study 2. Bible Corinthians arrangements, 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 arrest, 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 arrogance, 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 arrogant, 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 assembled, 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 assigned, 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 astray, 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 avoid, 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 bandits, 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 baptized, 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 batch, 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 beaten, 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 beatings, 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 Belial, 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 beneficial, 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 benefit, 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 blameless faithful, blameless faithful, blameless faithful, boast, 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 boasting, 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 boasts, 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 bold, 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 bought, 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 bounds, 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 bread increase, bread increase, bread increase, brutally, 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 burden, 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 burned, 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 captive, 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 case, 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 certainly, 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 change of status, change of status, change of status, character, 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 cheat, 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 cheated, 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 circumstances, 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 claims, 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 clanging, 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 clay, 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 comfort, 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 command, command, command. Word Study 3. Bible Corinthians commend, 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 commended, 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 commitment, 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 commits, 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 committed, 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 common, 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 common good, common good, common good, company, 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 comparison, 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 compelled, 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 compels, 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 competence, 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 competent, 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 competes, 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 complete, 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 completely, 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 completeness, 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 completion, 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 compulsion, 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 conceited, 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 conceived, 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 concern, 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 concerning, 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 concession, 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 condemn, 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 condemnation, 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 condemned, 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 conducted, 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 confession, 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 confidence, 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 confident, 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 confine, 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 confirming, 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 conscience, 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 consent, 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 considers, 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 constructive, 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 contaminates, 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 contemplate, 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 contempt, contempt, contempt. Word study 4. Bible Corinthians contentious, 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 continue, 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 contrary, 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 convinced, 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 correcting, 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 corrupted, 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 corrupts, 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 courageous, 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 defeated, 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 defending, 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 delight, 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 delighted, 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 demand, 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 demolish, 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 demonstrating, 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 demonstration, 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 denounced, 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 deposit, 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 deprive, 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 deserve, 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 covenant, 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 covering, 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 co-workers, 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 craftiness, 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 crafty, 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 crisis, 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 criticism, 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 crucified, 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 crushed, 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 culmination, 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 cursed, 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 dealing, 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 debauchery, 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 deceitful, 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 deceive, 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 deceived, 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 deception, 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 declare, 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 desire, 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 despair, despair, despair. Word study 5. Bible Corinthians despised, despise, 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 despised, 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 destined, despised, despised, destruction, 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 determined, 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 determines, 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 devote, 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 devoted, 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 devotion, 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 difficulties, 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 directions, 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 discerning, 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 discipline, 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 discredited, 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 disgrace, 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 disgraceful, 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 dishonored, 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 dishonors, 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 disobedience, 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 display, 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 displays, 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 dispute, 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 disqualified, 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 distinguishing, 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 distort, 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 distress and anguish, distress and anguish, distress and anguish, distressed, 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 distresses, 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 distributes, 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 divine, 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 divorce, 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 dominion, 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 dough, 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 downcast, 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 drunkard, 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 do, 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 dying, 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 eagerly, 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 eagerness, 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 earnestness, earnestness, earnestness. Word Study 6. Bible Corinthians edifies, 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 elevate, 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 eloquence, 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 embarrassed, 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 emboldened, 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 encouraged, 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 encouragement, 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 encouraging, 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 endanger, 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 endurance, 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 endure, 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 engrossed, 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 enlarge, 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 enriched, 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 enslaves, 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 enthusiasm, 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 entirely, 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 entrusted, 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 equality, 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 escaping, 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 especially, 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 ever increasing, ever increasing, ever increasing, examine, 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 exceeded, 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 excellent, 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 accept, 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 excessives, 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 expectations, 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 expel, 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 expend, 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 expense, 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 exploit, 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 exploited, 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 exploits, 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 expose, 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 expressions, 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 extent, 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 false, 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 fashioned, 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 fathom, fathom, fathom. Word Study 7. Bible Corinthians favor, 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 fellowship, 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 fickle, 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 firm, 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 firmly, 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 first fruits, first fruits, first fruits, fitting, 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 flames, 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 flogged, 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 foolishness, 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 forbid, 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 frankness, 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 free of charge, free of charge, free of charge, frequently, 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 frustrate, 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 fulfill, 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 fully restored, fully restored, fully restored, futile, 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 gain, 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 garbage, 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 generosity, 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 generous, 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 gentleness, 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 genuine, 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 godly, 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 gong, 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 gossip, 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 grace, 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 grasp, 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 greet, 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 grieve, 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 groan, 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 guaranteeing, 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 guard, 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 guardians, 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 generosity, 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 generous, 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 gentleness, 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 genuine, 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 godly, godly, godly. Word Study 8. Bible Corinthians gong, 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 gossip, 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 grace, 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 grasp, 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 greet, 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 grieve, 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 groan, 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 guaranteeing, 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 guard, 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 guardians, 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 harassed, 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 hardship, 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 hardships, 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 harm, 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 harmed, 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 holiness, 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 honorable, 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 honorably, honorably, humble, 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 humiliating, 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 humility, 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 hunger, 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 him, idol, 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 idolaters, 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 ignorant, 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 imitate, 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 immoral, 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 immorality, 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 imperishable, 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 implore, 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 importance, 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 impostors, 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 imprisonments, 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 impurity, 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 incest, 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 include, 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 indeed, 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 independent, 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 indescribable, indescribable, indescribable. Word Study 9. Bible Corinthians indignation, 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 indispensable, 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 indulge, 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 indulged, 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 inexpressible, 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 infants, 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 inferior, 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 influential, 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 inherit, 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 initiative, 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 injured, 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 innocent, 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 inquire, 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 inquirer, 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 instruction, 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 insults, 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 intelligence, 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 intelligent, 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 intelligibility, 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 intelligible, 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 intended, 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 interpret, 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 interpretation, 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 introduction, 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 jealous, 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 jealousy, 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 judgment, 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 kindled, 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 labored, 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 lack, 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 lashes, 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 lawsuits, 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 least inferior, least inferior, least inferior, leavened, 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 leavens, 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 led, 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 likewise, 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 longing, 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 longing to be, longing to be, longing to be, lose heart, lose heart, lose heart. Word Study 10. Bible Corinthians loss, 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 malice, 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 manifestation, 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 marital, 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 masquerading, 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 mastered, 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 material, 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 mature, 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 mercy, 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 merely, 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 misled, 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 modesty, 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 moment, 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 mortal, 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 mortal body, mortal body, mortal body, motives, 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 mourning, 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 mutual, 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 mystery, 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 nevertheless, 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 nullify, 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 obedience, 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 obedient, 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 occasion, 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 occurring, 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 offender, 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 offered, 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 oppose, 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 orderly, 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 originate, 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 aura, 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 otherwise, 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 outwardly, 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 outwit, 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 overwhelmed, 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 pagans, 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 paradise, 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 passion, 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 passions, 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 patient, patient, patient. Word Study 11. Bible Corinthians pedal. Pedal, pedal, pelted, pelted, pelted. Pentecost, Pentecost, Pentecost. Perfecting, perfecting, perfecting. Perfectly, perfectly, perfectly. Perishable, perishable, perishable. Perishing, perishing, perishing. Permits, permits, permits. Permitted, permitted, permitted. Perplexed, perplexed, perplexed. Persecuted, persecuted, persecuted. Persecutions, persecutions, persecutions. Persevered, persevered, persevered. Perseveres, perseveres, perseveres. Persuade, persuade, persuade. Persuasive, persuasive, persuasive. Philosopher, philosopher, philosopher. Physically, physically, physically. Pitied, pitied, pitied. Pleaded, pleaded, pleaded. Pleased, pleased, pleased. Pledged, pledged, pledged. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Plows, plows, plows. Position, position, position. Possess, possess, possess. Possesses, possesses, possesses. Possessions, possessions, possessions. Possible, possible, possible. Poverty, poverty, poverty. Power, power, power. Praise, praise, praise. Preach, preach, preach. Preached, preached, preached. Preaches, preaches, preaches. Preaching, preaching, preaching. Prepared, prepared, prepared. Present, present, present. Presentable, presentable, presentable. Pretension, pretension, pretension. Word Study 12. Bible Corinthians privilege, privilege, privilege. Procession, procession, procession. Proclaim, proclaim, proclaim. Proclaimed, proclaimed, proclaimed. Produces, produces, produces. Prophet, prophet, prophet. Proof, proof, proof. Proper, proper, proper. Prophecy, prophecy, prophecy. Prophesize, prophesize, prophesize. Prophesy, prophesy, prophesy. Prostitute, prostitute, prostitute. Prove hollow, prove hollow, prove hollow. Provide, provide, provide. Province, province, province. Puffed, 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 puffs, puffs, puffs. Pure devotion, pure devotion, pure devotion. Purity, purity, purity. Put up, put up, put up. Puts on airs, puts on airs, puts on airs. Quality, quality, quality. Quarreling, quarreling, quarreling. Quarrels, quarrels, quarrels. Questions, questions, questions. Rage, rage, rage. Realities, realities, realities. Recognition, recognition, recognition. Recommendation, recommendation, recommendation. Reconciled, reconciled, reconciled. Reconciliation, reconciliation, reconciliation. Redemption, redemption, redemption. Referring, referring, referring. Refrain, refrain, refrain. Refreshed, refreshed, refreshed. Regret, regret, regret. Rain, rain, rain. Reluctantly, reluctantly, reluctantly. Rely, rely, rely. Remind, remind, remind. Word Study 13. Bible Corinthians renounced, renounced, renounced. Repentance, repentance, repentance. Repented, repented, repented. Reported, reported, reported. Representatives, representatives, representatives. Requests, requests, requests. Required, required, required. Resolved, resolved, resolved. Resounding, resounding, resounding. Rest, rest, rest. Restoration, restoration, restoration. Restrict, restrict, restrict. Resurrection, resurrection, resurrection. Revealed, revealed, revealed. Revelation, revelation, revelation. Revelations, revelations, revelations. Revelry, revelry, revelry. Reverence, reverence, reverence. Righteousness, righteousness, righteousness. Rewarded, rewarded, rewarded. Riots, 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 robbed, 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 rulers, 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 ruling, 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 sacred, 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 sacrificed, 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 sake, 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 salvation, 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 sanctified, 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 Satan, 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 schemes, 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 scorned, 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 scum, 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 searches, 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 self-confident, 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 self-discipline, 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 sensible, 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 serpent's cunning, serpent's cunning, serpent's cunning, settled, 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 severely, severely, severely. Word Study 14. Bible Corinthian slanderer. Shame, 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 shaved, 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 shipwrecked, 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 sincere, 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 sincerity, 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 slander, 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 slandered, 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 slanderer, slanderer, sleepless nights, solid, 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 sorrow, 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 sown, 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 sparingly, 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 sphere, 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 spirit taught, spirit taught, spirit taught, spiritual, 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 stake, 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 steadily, 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 stirred, 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 strength, 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 strengthening, 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 struck down, struck down, struck down, stumbling, 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 stumbling block, stumbling block, stumbling block, subject, 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 submission, 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 submit, 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 suffer, 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 sufferings, 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 sufficient, 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 some, super apostles, super apostles, super apostles, supplied, 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 supply, 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 support, 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 surpassing, 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 surpassingly, 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 swindler, 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 swindlers, tablets of stone, tablets of stone, tablets of stone. Word Study 15. Bible Corinthians tearing, 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 tempt, 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 tempted, 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 territory, 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 thankfulness, 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 thanksgiving, 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 thorn gained, thorn gained, thorn gained, threshes, 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 timid, 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 toiled inwardly, toiled inwardly, toiled inwardly, tolerate, 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 trivial, 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 torment, 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 trust, 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 trustworthy, 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 truthful, 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 tune, 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 turn conflicts, turn conflicts, turn conflicts, unaware, 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 understanding, 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 understands, 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 undoubtedly, 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 unfruitful, 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 unimpressive, 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 uninformed, 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 universe, 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 unleavened, 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 unprepared, 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 unpresentable, 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 voluntarily, 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 wage war, wage war, wage war, warning, 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 warnings, 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 warranted, 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 washed, 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 wasting away, wasting away, wasting away, weakness, 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 weaknesses, 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 weather, 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 wickedness, 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 Word Study 16. Bible Corinthians will stop, will stop, will stop, withholding, 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 witness, 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 wonders, miracles, wonders, miracles, wonders, miracles, wrongdoers, 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 yeast, 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 yields, 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 yoked, yoked, yoked,